That sucked.
That gives you an idea.
Yeah.
This.
Hey there.
Oh, you did the finger.
Yeah.
He always does.
I hate that. That sucks.
Grace is a big fan.
Yeah, the fingery thing. Hey. Hey.
Yeah, know the order.
All right, fine.
If you're gonna,
I guess I'm in the middle now.
Replace Malachi.
Oh, he's always in the
You
middle
gotta
here?
respect the order of operations here.
All right.
All right, now that Lemon Sack's here, we can officially start.
So they could have just finally asked you to move.
Yeah,
They're
that was
off.
rude.
Yeah, dude, this is what.
That's how things are done. Lemonade.
Well, yeah, once they're family, it's gonna like cause some tension.
Go ahead.
No?
Artie! I need your blessing.
Pink lemonade.
Artie!
Are you
Oh,
guys?
that's a hard
Are you guys
seltzer,
planning your future together?
Me and Matt.
You and Matt, yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we're planning our.
Matt's right over there.
Oh.
Wait,
yes. Oh, shit! I'm surrounded by Matt. Oh, fuck.
This is a two-match show.
Yeah, it's a double match show.
I guess that kind of thing is okay in Southfield.
Yeah,
Not
I
where I
guess.
come from.
Yeah.
We had a little thing
Michigan.
called the rules.
We're not in Ferndale, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Or Ann Arbor. You're one of those Ann Arbor libs, aren't you? Man?
Yeah, big time.
The worst.
That's what I like.
Yeah. What's it like in Ann Arbor? How's it there nowadays?
It's getting really annoying.
Is it really?
Okay, nice.
Too many trees?
So many trees.
Hence the name.
Yeah. I don't. Why is it? Is it really that funny? I don't get it. I don't
Appreciate
get it.
the laugh track.
Yeah.
People in Ann Arbor do virtue shopping.
Ooh.
That's
okay.
when you put stuff in your cart that you have no intention of using just because it looks good.
Yeah. Makes you look like a better person.
I've tried.
Yeah.
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 Are you going to eat that? No. But I want the approval of the cashier.
Right.
So that's why I'm buying it.
Yeah. They tell the cashier about what they put in their Instagram bio, so that way
Nice.
they know that they're
Yeah.
That's right.
they're
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ever had salted like seaweed thin chips or whatever the
No,
fuck?
but I've seen people
They're
eat that.
disgusting.
Yeah.
They're absolutely disgusting. I feel
They
like
don't taste like anything.
yeah, they're
I've never been held hostage. So
Yeah.
The answer to that question is no.
yeah.
Not in Japan, at least.
Yeah, just
No.
Ned, when did you leave LA?
Where?
No, when?
2016.
2016. Okay.
Okay.
How were things in LA back when you left?
They hadn't really committed to the whole fire thing. It was mostly,
okay.
mostly
Okay.
small time. Now they've really embraced
Yeah. Big time fires now. Fires having a
it. We're
time.
doing our show.
Yeah. What is this? Just constant
Doing
interruptions.
a show.
Mine.
God damn it. This is I mean
Phone.
We have to start over?
yeah, we have to start.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's just start over.
Just rewind
This is
it.
Not going well.
Rewind it.
Well, guys,
How
he's
much battery do I have?
Yeah, he's yeah.
been hitting it pretty hard.
He's
there.
actually cracking there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's called
I just
girly.
got off work. I haven't adjusted to the real life. I get locked in a closet all
The
day.
real life. Doing this
shit.
podcast is the real life.
The
do you
real
This is
life.
the
What do you
real
do for
world.
work?
This is where it all goes down.
Sex work in a closet. No,
Okay.
I
Okay.
work for a law firm. I just
Really?
take
Same thing.
numbers.
Same thing.
Mm.
Okay.
So you left L.A. What prompted the move? What you were done with?
Oh, I was too old to write for TV, and I didn't
Really?
want to just hang out there. So I said,
They're like, this guy keeps on
go.
writing Nixon
no,
jokes
I was too.
and we're-
Yeah, right. You guys know Ike, right? He was a big fella. No, there's no.
Nobody could relate to
You
your
just-
Pens material.
That's right. There's a place called the Farmers Market,
One more. Someone do one more.
and old time writers like day drink there.
Okay. Nice.
And they talk about, when I worked for Ernie Kovacs. And I thought, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So
You
There
don't want to
must
be that
a-
guy?
Must be another way to
jump
go.
into
Yeah.
the Detroit open mic scene. There's a lot more.
I didn't even think about
glorious.
comedy. I thought, well, maybe I'll teach.
Yeah.
That's a laugh.
Teach comedy.
But I never had any notion of doing stand up when I
Yeah.
first came back.
Okay.
But I lost that bar bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did a spot and I got the bug.
Hell yeah.
The glory of
Yes.
the game sucked
Yes.
you back in, huh?
You were only
Lovely.
writing for comedy. You weren't writing for anything else.
Mostly Lifetime for women. I did a lot of those type of things.
Are you being
I just
serious,
wrote
man?
comedy.
Okay. Yeah.
No.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
You can stop pointing that gun at me.
Sorry, Ed.
No,
There's no pressure zone.
It's not
variety.
loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Ned, you have an impressive resume.
Mm-hmm. It's right here.
I did write
Leno,
for a
Bill
a
Maher.
home shopping sitcom.
Really?
Briefly, it was called Uptown Shopping.
Okay.
And it was like typical lame sitcom, but then every now and then they'd try to sell you something on the set.
Really?
Not making it up.
What was the network?
Be a
actually
fucking
pretty
ad.
smart.
I can't remember if it aired.
Oh, really?
I just took my
It was called Uptown Market
Uptown Shopping.
Uptown Shopping. Okay.
Shout out Uptown Shopping.
Wow.
Shout out.
We should reboot
Great
that.
show. Yeah,
Let's
let's
just
bring
sink
it
a ton
back.
of money into
That was,
rebooting.
I think the lowest
Uptown
job
Shopping.
I ever had was a fashion show for dogs.
What the
Really?
heck?
Yep. Yep.
What's low about that?
I couldn't get enough of it.
So much
And I
fun.
worked doggy style into the script as often as I could.
Yeah.
And at first they didn't get it, and they're like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Joke boy." Yeah, that was probably
Did they
the
ever
low
have
point.
any episodes featuring Snoop Dogg?
Hey.
Special edition?
We couldn't get him.
Couldn't.
Yeah, he. It was a hard pass.
They spent all their money on you. They were like,
Oh,
"We
yeah,
got
right.
Ned to be a
Yeah.
writer, and so
Didn't have the budget for
Yeah.
it after Ned.
I saw a video online of you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, not that one.
Whenever someone says, "I saw a video of you,"
No, it was.
I get my stuff.
It was something about you guys were
The pizza one.
the pizza one. Yeah,
Pizza
My
Gate?
friend John Hotchkiss.
you guys were on Fashion Police. You were what-
He wasn't. I was.
okay, but
I mean, look how he's dressed. Come on.
yeah, you looked horrible. No, but what was it? Were you guys
John-
on strike or something?
John wrote. Yeah, that's
Okay.
we went on strike.
Yeah.
John wrote for a lot of big shows. Great guy. Oh,
Is
dear.
that like
And then we did Fashion Police, and it was a non-guild show, so we were making like nothing.
Really?
And then the Soup became a guild show,
Okay.
and then Whitney's show became a guild show, and there was other one, and we were like, okay, we're next, right? And they said no.
Damn.
So we said, okay, we're walking off the job, and that was the end of that.
That was the end of like the show, or like just
No, the
writing?
show limped on for a while with scabs and stuff,
Yeah.
but we didn't win.
That bitch, Joan
We
Rivers.
didn't win. Yeah, that was the only thing she did to me that I didn't like. She didn't back us in the strike
Really?
because she thought I'd rather have 20 writers working for nothing than 6 or 8 really good writers. And we just said, Joan, that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
But you can't.
Reason with women?
No.
Did you work for a lot of tyrants? Were there a lot of
She was,
That seems
but she was
about
good to you guys.
It
other
was
than that?
awesome.
Really?
Until the strike happened.
No way.
I loved Joan. I loved her.
But now you're glad
Nice
she
lady.
died.
Did you?
Yeah. Sweet, sweet love.
Let me take those questions separately. I killed her.
Okay.
You tied a
So we're
scarf
just-
around her neck.
No, asshole. It's called the My Pillow. They're like $20 now. They're on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
pretty
not
cheap.
a sin if you smuggle someone with a My Pillow.
Yeah.
Eternal sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better in the long run.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear? My Pillow actually did a collab with Kanye. There's swastikas on them now, so that's pretty cool.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Limited edition.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's pretty
Get it
cool.
while you can.
Yeah. You should do a
You know,
collab with
Gabe,
My Pillow.
Kanye and I are pretty close.
Oh,
I
I'm
would
sorry.
appreciate-
I didn't mean to
I
offend.
would prefer that you
Yeah.
refrain from such
Okay.
references.
All
He
right.
backed
So you
the,
should pitch the idea to him.
Yeah, it would be great.
Yeah. He backed the
I
writers to
almost-
Fashion Police.
He what?
He backed the writers for the Fashion Police.
I actually called everybody I knew and said, could you help us? Called and emailed everybody I'd ever written for, met,
Uh-huh.
nothing.
Really?
Except for one guy, Jay Leno.
Ooh,
Fuck.
really?
Leno called, talked to me for hours.
Oh,
No way.
okay.
Here's what to do, and then a couple weeks later he called again, and then like a month later he called, left a message. My wife's like, Jay is stalking you. He was so, and there was nothing to gain. He's just a nice guy.
Really?
That's something.
I heard the opposite.
Yeah, I've never liked Jay Leno.
guy.
I always
Oh,
thought
no.
he was like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Because from what I've heard from like other celebrities, but then everything I've heard from like you or like other people around him is that like no, he's the nicest guy ever.
By far the nicest
Really?
and the most. None of them are normal, but he
Yeah.
was the closest to normal.
Yeah,
He keeps having like old guy accidents. He keeps like falling down hills and shit.
an insurance risk.
Yeah, like,
He fell down a hill
Yeah.
and caught fire. Like,
like, whoa, you exploded.
yeah.
Maybe he'll run for president.
there you go.
Maybe he'll need some senior care service.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Somebody painted like a doorway and he walked like right into it.
Yeah, I
It
think
was a Looney Tunes level fucking.
You guys,
No.
you guys know who Andy Kindler is? Andy Kindler, anybody?
I
No.
feel like I've heard the name
He was
before.
pretty big at one time. And he was very vocal about how much he hated Jay, despised him. And he was in that uncabaret group like Sarah Silverman and
Okay.
the kind of, Jeanine Garofalo, kind of like the alt.
Yeah.
We don't do stand-up, but we stand in front of people and tell jokes, but we're not comics.
Gosh.
Okay.
So Andy was
The
one of their
fuck?
people.
Yeah.
And, he just ripped Jay every chance he gets. And one day Andy was driving up Mulholland with somebody and his car broke down. And he's standing there by the side of the road and this like 1932 Keystone jalopy shit pulled up. Of course, it's Leno. And he pretended he didn't know Andy. He goes like, "Oh, you need some help?" "Oh, yeah, okay." So Jay like fixed their car.
Nice.
And,
I'll give you a hand.
And as they were driving away, Jay goes, "Nice meeting you, Andy." And it was so cringy, but that's how he was.
Yeah.
Jay was
sweetest
Jay's just that guy.
revenge.
He's just that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
He got to watch Andy like, twist in the window. Does he know who I am? Of course, Jay knows everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
Jay knows all.
That was a
He
good.
knows.
That was a good little story.
His eyes scare me.
We're actually going to have Jay on the podcast. next
Ooh,
week.
nice.
So,
Okay.
looking
All
forward
right.
to
Jay
that.
Leno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay Leno's coming through.
What was going on with all the Conan stuff?
What do you mean? That was after me.
Oh, that was after you? Okay.
That's where I think he got the bad rep.
Yeah, that's where like I've always heard that he got the bad rep.
Okay. Well, I don't want to. I'm just going to say I am not a Conan fan.
Really?
By any stretch of the imagination.
Okay.
I could talk about that for hours.
Oh,
But the
Of,
whole
like-
Conan thing was Jay was number one in late night for 20 years. And they said, "Oh, this other guy's coming in." Really? What did I do? "Oh, well, but he's Conan." They handed Conan that incredible show with an amazing legacy. In 6 months, he lost half the audience.
Really?
And they're like, "So we're gonna bring Jay back." Jay's like, "Okay, fine, whatever you do, whatever you want, And Jay's the bad guy. Like, why? How is Jay the bad guy in that? I don't understand. People are saying he should just quit. Really?
But it's
I was
because-
number one in late night for 20 years. I should just quit because you think I should?
Yeah.
Jay didn't do, in my view, he didn't do anything unprofessional or shitty, or he never
They just offered
thought
him.
he-
Well, no,
I
because the
really
reason
thought
was
he got
they put
screwed in.
Jay, they moved Jay to the
moved
block.
Jay to 10 p.m., which was a
Yeah.
disaster. Nobody watches the Tonight Show at 10.
No.
That's when crime shows are on.
Yeah.
That was a stupid idea.
Those
Anyway.
damn execs.
God. It's
Poor
your people,
Conan.
I
man.
wonder what
He
religion
only got
they
40
usually
million.
practice.
His golden parachute was only 40 million. Poor Conan. Sorry. And he's never, ever made me laugh. Not even
Pretty sure
one.
that-
Wait, so do you have
Yeah.
like personal beef with
do.
Conan? or
No,
just-
no,
Oh, okay.
I didn't know the guy.
Okay.
I'm just saying as a broadcaster.
As a comedian, you just didn't enjoy him. Okay.
Don't get it. Never got it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
So now that I'm blacklisted forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you actually blacklisted?
African American listed. Ned.
Yeah. Or as Bill Maher calls
Political
it.
correct
What was he like?
Trouble for that.
Yeah, he did. What was he like?
He's mellowed a lot since then.
I saw he did a thing.
Person.
Yeah.
He's not.
Okay.
He's
wait,
he's
what's all
not
that
a sweet guy. But he had he didn't bullshit. He didn't lie. You always knew where you stood with Bill.
Yeah.
And since then, I went to see him at the Fisher last year, and he couldn't have been nicer. And I've actually heard from him a couple times, which is like, what? He actually, should I tell this?
Yes.
Yeah.
He tried to get me a job recently, and it didn't work out.
Oh, shit. Really?
Like on a show.
Oh, wow.
A real show. And I'm
Oh.
like, Bill Maher did that? So, yeah, I got nothing bad to say about Bill. That was the best job I ever had, working for Bill. Most stimulating, best writer's room.
Really?
Probably the best show I've ever done. So that's the one I really miss.
Yeah.
So how did you climb the ladder to be involved in all these shows? And let's take us through that journey. Let's take us back to when you
don't wanna
was
take-
a wee lad.
I don't want to just. This show isn't about me, right?
It's
This episode is.
Yeah, this episode good.
the only person who's
Yeah.
accomplished anything that's worth talking about on this.
I was a bartender at the Improv,
Okay.
New York. The old Improv's gone now.
Yeah.
And the warm-up guy for a game show called Remote Control was one of the regulars, and I became friends with all those people. He said, you should submit. I was in New York for 5 years, sending script, nothing, never, nothing.
Was your goal always to be a writer for
Letterman.
Letterman?
That's all I ever
Okay.
wanted to do with my life.
Really?
And I ended up selling Dave jokes, but I never got a staff job there. So I sent in jokes, got hired at Remote Control, and then after that, it was just one after another. Because once you get on that, like they said, the hardest job is that first one, but then they come one after another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
And then after a certain number of New York things, then you have to graduate to LA, and then I did that, and then off. It was pretty nonstop
Nice.
for quite a few years.
Now,
What's your net
between-
worth?
You're looking at it.
Hey, you got a free shirt.
Between New York and LA, which city has better cocaine? Just gotta think about
I didn't bring my journal with me. Wow, it's pretty comparable.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah.
It's certainly a fierce competition.
Who has the best fentanyl? What city?
South Lion.
South Lion. Okay,
Lion,
yeah.
yeah.
Shout
That's
out
why
Malachi.
Malachi's not here.
Not lying. South Lion.
That's really good fentanyl. Okay.
It's right in the city.
Right. Yeah.
Are you not comfortable talking about like your writer days?
No, I just didn't want to. I don't want to dominate.
No. I mean
conversation.
the
I
whole
think
point
we
of it
Well,
is
it
for you to
also-
dominate
Yeah.
the conversation.
Okay.
we'll pitch it, but it almost I don't know. It's like
Just interesting.
It's interesting
Yeah, it's
because
cool.
it's like
tell stories, Grandpa.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I could do this for days, but I
'Cause I've always-
don't. I don't want to be that.
I think I've told you before. I've always been intrigued by like the life of like a writer and like the writer's room.
I wasn't really listening.
Yeah. That's,
I had to talk, but no, go ahead.
Yeah.
And also that clip where you were talking about writing for Norm is like the most viewed clip I've ever posted. So I need more stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which one did I give you the?
You did the Jocelyn Benson joke.
Because I forgot. Did I send you the other one? The SNL one?
No.
Not the SNL one. The Conan one, actually.
Okay. You told me
my-
about it in person, but you didn't send it to me.
So Ross Abrash is a pretty good friend of mine, and he was Norm's go-to writer for a long time. And Norm was going to, after they announced that Conan had lost the Tonight Show, he had like several months to like, they didn't just take him off the air. He kept doing the show for a while, like to say goodbye or whatever.
Okay.
So, and Norm was going to be on the show. And I had this idea. What if Norm goes on the show and brings him like a basket, like a fruit basket, and doesn't realize that he's been canceled? And he reads the card that he wrote to Conan saying, "You're the king of late night now. No one can ever take this away from you," and so on. It was pretty funny. So me and Ross wrote that. So I think it's actually better it's definitely better. I'll send it to you. It's better than the Jocelyn Elders one.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty,
I know,
it turned out pretty
I've seen
funny.
That was hilarious.
It was good. It worked.
Yeah.
So that was nice. And I met Norm a few times.
That's my favorite.
Just he's right at the top.
yeah.
Just kind of odd, but like friendly and easygoing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, easy to talk to.
Yeah.
Just a regular chap.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
God damn.
And everyone was saying when I posted that clip, they were all like, "Oh, it makes sense that Ned wrote for Norm or like wrote this joke for Norm because you guys have like such similar kind of like
Oh my gosh!
styles
Wow,
of comedy."
that's something you don't hear every day. But and then that joke, I tell you the rest. I pitched it to Leno, and it's a joke about jerking off, and Jay's like, You mean for the Tonight Show, Ned? And then for the rest of the day, he's like, "Hey, Ned, I pitched your joke to Universal. They loved it. Like, I was the jerk off joke guy for the rest of the day, and it just kept getting funnier and funnier in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Ned, you got any more of those jerk off jokes?
Yeah.
We're gonna do a show tonight. Like, it was so funny because it was totally inappropriate.
Yeah.
How did it get to Norm then?
Because I knew Colin Quinn from Remote Control.
Oh.
And I somehow,
Yeah.
like, we're not buds, but I somehow got a hold of Colin and said, "Hey, would you pass this on to Norm?" He's like, "Sure."
So you can sell jokes like that, and you can just like write a little bit,
Well, because
selling.
it's someone that he knew. Like, he knew someone.
Okay.
The thing about selling jokes to Weekend Update is if it's from somebody outside the show, the host has to pay for them.
Oh, okay.
And it was $75.
Wow.
So it has to be, he has to really like it.
Yeah.
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 Because it comes out of his own pocket. And B, Norm was a compulsive gambler, so he was always broke. So for Norm to come up with $75, that was kind of a nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
You showed me the check. That was
That's
pretty
right. I
nice.
saw a Xerox of the check. Maybe I wonder if I could still cash that.
Maybe just keep cashing it and keep making money off of Norm.
Yeah, just keep going to the bank. They're like, "Oh, sorry, Ned."
Yeah. Well, because they're Canadian.
That's why he said
Yeah.
sorry instead of a normal
There it is.
human being.
See,
Caught that.
I'm glad you explained it, Joseph. I'm
Thanks for
glad.
putting that in
Yeah,
perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Jimmy Kimmel? What's he like?
He seems strange. I don't know. Jimmy. Yeah.
Man show.
The tone that show was about bullying, about being
Really?
bullies.
Really?
I didn't like it.
Weird.
The humor was cruel,
Okay.
Jeez.
and that was what they liked at that show. And
Yeah.
lots of people like that, but I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Your thing.
Wait, the Jimmy Kimmel show? What about the Man show?
The Man Show was. I'm a big Adam Carolla fan.
Mm-hmm.
Man Show was a better show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wholesome entertainment, though, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very wholesome.
But also,
Like those two hot girls showing us how to clean.
yeah.
Exactly.
Very
I
wholesome.
could not get
Yeah.
that. I could not.
And he would
I
take
could
a lot
not get enough of that.
he would take a lot of shots at Jay. So is that
Sure, he did. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
one of the naysayers. Like, on what basis do you rip Jay Leno, Jimmy? Come on, look at your show.
How long did
look
you
at
write
the
for
ratings?
Kimmel for?
Oh, I was not a good fit there.
Oh, okay.
6 months. I was there 6 months. All you have to know about that show is the Halloween thing they do
Yeah.
every year. They say, parents, take your kids' candy and tell them you threw it in the trash. Or
Oh,
someone stole
right.
it,
I
and then
seen that.
videotape the kids' reaction.
That's fucked up.
That is
yeah.
fucking child abuse.
Yeah,
He does it
yeah.
every year.
It's just not
they
funny.
Think it's funny.
It's just mean. Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So that's
Because I feel like
My dad would just eat the candy in front of my face.
that's different.
No,
that's
that's-
love.
yeah.
That's
That's a
Judaism.
kind of love.
yeah, yes. At least not behind your back, you know.
Kids like-
to your face.
Sobbing and the audience is laughing. You're like
It's disturbing.
part of this.
Yeah, I don't find
I
that shit funny.
despise children, but why
Yeah.
are you doing it?
Yeah. It's fucked up.
So what about? Did you ever like what's Louis C.K. like? I mean, how big is his penis?
He's a very gentle, skilled lover.
Okay.
For
Soft hands.
self-love.
Yeah.
I said hi to him a few times. We weren't buds. He used to
Okay.
hang out when he was nobody. He used to hang out at the Improv in New York,
Oh.
and I always thought he was going places. But that was before he really blew
And
up.
you weren't doing stand up at the time?
I had just everybody works at the Improv. You know, at least auditions
Yeah.
because they all. You know,
Okay.
That's my understanding at that point. So you were jerking off in front of Louis C.K. Is that
Oh.
what a
right.
turnaround that was.
Yeah.
Did you write him that joke?
He took that. He took that from
He
you.
used to do
Yeah.
his impression of Ted Kennedy as a Vietnamese hooker. Me fuck you long time. Hey, Round Eye Joe. Me fucky sucky. It was really
Yeah.
funny when
Yeah.
Louis did it.
Yeah. But I mean, it was still, it was kind of funny when you did
Yeah.
it. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
The Kennedy thing, that's the piece that was missing.
They're always going to be around, dude.
I know.
they're
thank,
never going
thank
anywhere.
God.
Yeah.
someone should do an RFK as a Vietnamese hooker?
Me sucky sucky.
What a great idea.
Yeah. Bring that one back. I should
Vice
sell
President
that.
Yari sound.
Yeah.
Come on,
President,
fellas.
yeah.
Let's make this happen.
I'll sell
He's
that for
president of comedy.
$75 to Louis. I'll bring
Right.
that one back.
No.
not a bad
Make
idea.
sure you make a Xerox.
Louis
of that.
C.K., friend of the pod.
Louis.
Pod.
I don't
Louis.
think there's enough Jews with power, honestly.
No, there's not.
We need one
Not
more.
enough, no.
What was some of your material back then?
Yeah,
Some
do
of my
do
material?
a tight
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
It's a tight 5. Yeah.
You'd remember it, dude.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of it at home, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would save the pages.
Mm.
Bill Maher he had a gold, silver, bronze. He didn't call it that, but like the golds were in the show. The other two were like honorable mention and so on. And I would save those pages.
Okay.
I did, one of the cool things I did was the Jaywalk segment on Tonight Show where he did just man on the street stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I ended up doing a lot of those, and it's just Jay. It looks like Jay, but you know, someone has to write the questions out.
Yeah.
And while he was talking, I would write something and go like that, or
Yeah.
and then I'd edit them afterwards.
Yeah.
And you have to put them in a certain order.
Oh, okay.
So I did quite a few of those.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because he's good.
Yeah.
And I tried doing it myself for this thing one time, and it was just so awful. I'm like, oh, I'm not famous. And I'm not Jay.
Yeah.
So that's why this sucks.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the Jaywalk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Um,
I made Jay laugh on stage a couple times.
Okay.
One of them was, I think this is the only one I'm going to cite. We did a bit about products have to be named more realistically.
Yeah.
Like you have to, the name of the product has to say what it really is.
Yeah.
So for Lunchables, I said that you have to call it what it really is called, which is Mommy Hates Me. And Jay cracked up on the show.
Yeah.
That made me really happy. So, I was never one of his top guys.
Yeah.
I was a very
Yeah.
average contributor at the Tonight Show. So I was only there for 2 years.
Okay. Well,
Best 2 years of your life.
yes, dude.
Well-
yeah. Peaked.
I wouldn't say that.
What were the best 2 years?
I didn't. There were two head writers, and one of them was sort of my friend, and the other one was not. So it was unpleasant, very unpleasant. I was really happy to get out of there
Okay.
because I went from there to Bill Maher, which is
Yeah.
my favorite show. So that was a nice.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That felt good.
yeah. What was it like being at Page?
That was the coolest job ever.
Really?
I would do it again.
Yeah.
All these young
That's a
people.
90-year-old man.
Well, that's the thing. This is my life.
Yeah.
I was almost all of them were fresh out of college, and I was like 24 or something. So I was like the old timer.
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
usual. Not like today.
Yeah.
It was like a hot co-ed fraternity. Lots of parties, lots
Yeah.
of little affairs.
Yeah.
Some of them are married now.
Wow.
Some of them. How should I put this? Yeah. Anyway, some of them were seduced by people you've heard of.
Ooh.
so on and so
Yeah.
forth.
Drop some names.
Yeah.
Let's drop some
Nice.
But
I'll cut
like,
'em.
I went from being a waiter in a Mexican restaurant on 23rd Street to like tonight you're seating the Letterman audience.
Wow.
Which to me was
Yeah.
like Mecca.
Yeah. That's awesome.
My God.
Yeah.
The second day I was there, and I had spent all my college years. All I wanted to do was write for Letterman. That's all I wanted to do with my life, and spent years and did all the stuff
Yeah.
you're supposed to do. Like the second day in the job, they're like, "We want you to be in a skit. We're doing a thing with Joan Rivers," and it was one of the writers' wives that just had a baby, and so they brought the baby, and they pretended that the baby was crying, and Dave's like, "Would you take care of that, please, for us?" And I grabbed the baby from the woman and walked out of there. Again, it was. Oh, and their thing was like, Dave, we waited a long time for these tickets. Can we stay? So like the parents of this brand were saying to the Page, get this kid out of here because we don't want to miss the show.
Yeah.
So it worked that way.
Yeah. That's good.
And then however many years later, I ended up working for Joan, so that was sort of cool. But anyway, that kind of, like I said, I was bussing tables, and then 2 days later, I'm on Dave's show, so that was pretty wild.
What was it? Paying
So the
good?
page program is Letterman, SNL, Donahue used to tape in New York then, Cosby.
Okay.
So you do all this.
Yeah.
You're touched by so many people.
And then a lot of pages end up getting real jobs. Because if you can, if you're good at making coffee, maybe you know how to make copies. Oh, shit, she should be an assistant. It was a venue for an on-ramp for a number of people.
Nice.
So that was, and of course, just lots of parties.
Yeah.
We went to the SNL after party every week.
Really? Wow.
Those were pretty heavy.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
What year was that?
85 to 87.
Okay, so who was on SNL at that?
Yeah, who were you partying
They had just flipped. Lauren had come back, so Dennis Miller, John Lovitz, and then Dana. Yeah, Dana was on.
That must have been what was it, Mike Myers?
No, just before him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you started in the 90s.
Yeah.
When did
Kevin
Wayne's
Nealon,
come out?
Kevin Nealon? Okay.
Victoria Jackson, Nora Dunn.
Was that?
But the breakouts were Dennis,
Yeah.
who became like my favorite comedian at the time, and Dana and John Lovitz.
What about Al Franken?
He was kind of an elder consultancy guy. He wasn't a staff writer anymore.
Oh, okay.
And he and I had the same manager. That was bizarre.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're the same Jew, huh?
Actually, yes.
Yes.
Is that a problem, man? We have a problem with our Jewish
not.
brothers?
Yeah, is that, if anything, he's proud of it.
Yeah.
Bragging.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get it. Okay.
Yeah.
They do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt, do you have any questions?
I'm just here to
Yeah,
listen.
he's here. Yeah, you're just here, man.
That's what you want in a podcast. One guy yammering on about the old days.
Yeah. Good old days, Jim.
I mean, the old days sound way better than the today days.
Yeah. Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. I was gonna say, at least for him, yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're buying some chickens.
There you go.
Yeah.
Less
It was a good ride. It was a good fun ride.
I saw that SNL movie, and I don't really watch it.
I haven't
so
seen it. I've heard
Really?
it's pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah?
I heard like none of it is true, but it was like for the most part, it's like,
Like this beginning of SNL.
yeah,
right?
it was about like the
origin
first
How the
story.
show
they
Yeah.
ever
came to be,
they
yeah.
ended up-
Yeah.
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 And
The
it
National
was like
Lampoon movie is pretty good too.
oh yeah, the one
What?
on
The National Lampoon
the one
movie
on
about like the
Netflix.
origins
No,
of
that
the
I haven't
magazine.
seen either. I should
It's pretty
probably
good.
see that.
It's pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah.
Ned, you've lived such a storied life.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd. So you went from being a page to working at the Improv, or
Yeah, Page, nothing happened. Didn't get any. I got a job at NBC. I got an offer from NBC Radio, but I'm like, it's not what I want to do.
what was the job?
Some production job.
The news.
I can't remember, but I wasn't like to host a show or anything. But
Yeah.
it would have been like if I wanted to be a radio producer, that would have been the thing. But I just didn't.
Oh, so it wasn't like TV.
I like radio a lot, but no, that's not what I'm like. I didn't come here to do this.
Yeah.
So I went back to waiting tables, of course. and then like literally 5 years later, I got that thing from the Improv
Okay.
to the remote control thing.
Okay.
That was weird because, by that time I'm in like my late 20s and like, so how'd that showbiz thing go? No, it didn't really happen.
Nah.
But I'm still,
Yeah.
have you ever thought like people would actually say to me, maybe you should like advertising? Maybe that's because it's still creative. Like,
Yeah.
You have that little creative thing.
Could write jingles or
So
something.
what are today's
right?
specials? Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
it was.
I mean, there's always OnlyFans. You could always hop on.
Not
They
back
didn't
then.
have that then.
Oh,
we
right.
just go. We would just walk up to people and expose ourselves.
Yeah, it's all right.
A
Hey.
little different.
Yeah,
for free.
yeah.
Hitch up the wagon, man. Aw, I want to go flash some people.
In the big city.
And then they would
Yeah.
pay you in like sorghum and
Okay.
fritters.
Yeah.
other,
Old timey
it was-
hay pennies, right? That's a
Analog.
thing.
halfpennies. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a barter system.
Okay. All right.
That's what made our country
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Did you move to LA for a job, or did you move?
Yeah,
to,
no, because that's 90% of TV production was in LA. So it was
okay.
like New York was like high school and LA was like the college thing.
Okay.
So as soon as a friend of mine got a job, he would like throw me a lifeline, and
Okay.
so on.
Yeah.
Okay, so you never got to be on Letterman.
Never wrote
Officially,
for Letterman, but
yeah.
I had enough connections where I could set up a freelance thing. I sent him
Okay.
jokes
Yeah.
every morning, and he used.
Mm-hmm.
I probably sold him 50
Yeah.
jokes over the course of a year or so.
That's not bad.
That should be a cool feeling.
Yeah.
I still remember the first one. I was so excited.
Because like
LA had a
sorry.
whatever seismic, the number.
Yeah.
It wasn't an earthquake. It was Tom Arnold and Roseanne Barr's honeymoon. And I don't know why he used it, but he did. I can't imagine why he would.
Maybe he had beef with Roseanne, and so he was like, I gotta,
Could have been. I could have been.
Uh-huh. Did you ever interact with her?
She came into the Improv a couple times, but I don't remember ever having a conversation with her.
Okay.
I thought she was absolutely brilliant. Really a great comic, in my opinion. I don't know if her stuff still holds up, but
Her tweets hold up. Let me tell you.
she was doing stuff that nobody else would
She's
do.
wild.
Yeah.
Down the conspiracy rabbit hole.
She's-
if you want to
she's-
go down that.
God
Completely
damn it, no.
insane. But she's also really smart. So,
Yeah, so that's where I get my
like
news
you,
from.
Right.
a raving lunatic, but pretty high IQ.
Yeah.
That's
some.
the nicest thing anybody's ever seen.
Wow.
Too smart for their own good.
Let's
Yeah.
jot that down,
Yeah.
shall we?
I never learned how to write.
I noticed. Anyway, I'm teasing, of course. We're having a little fun here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are we? This is
I
a
know
very,
I
this is a
am.
very serious
Yeah.
podcast. I almost said comedy podcast. That would have been.
This is probably our most serious episode ever.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just the only
Comcast.
episode.
Yeah.
It's like a Comcast.
Xfinity.
I need you to recognize it.
Yeah,
You said
that was good.
Comcast. That was That was brilliant.
I will say this is like the first episode where we didn't have everyone talking over each other at the
Yeah.
same time.
I wish you would. That's
Yeah, Ted is like the
Boiz
one
is.
person who
Mr.
doesn't want us
Chairman,
to take it seriously.
I yield the remainder of my time to Matt Lemonsack,
Yeah.
All right.
the esteemed.
Let's see. What do we want to talk about?
How's my sister? All right.
Never met her. Is she nice?
I think he was talking to
love
me.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
How's Gabe's sister?
Yeah. She's cool.
She seems like a nice young lady.
Yeah.
I think Gabe loves the fact
No.
secretly that because it just makes you that much more the center of attention.
It does.
It does, yeah.
I can make it
People
about
bring you up
myself.
all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You bring it up all the time too. You're like,
We're friends, right?
Okay. Yeah, we're friends. Yeah.
Really have a sister.
Yeah. No. I know.
That's just a make. That's
Yeah.
make believe.
Yeah. It's just me in a wig.
also, I don't
But
think
it
we've
is.
officially announced that on the podcast yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
It's just
The
Matt.
day
It's,
could be
it's
the
just
day.
Lemon Stack
Yeah.
jacking off.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
Wow, what a scoop.
anyway,
Yeah.
Are we allowed to announce it? Let me sec.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
so Gabe, I heard you came home with some guys last night. You
Yeah,
had all
yeah.
5 guys over.
Yeah. It was.
Oh, by the way, fucking happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Did
Thank
you have to get
22.
dropped off at
You
home
came
again?
home with the hamburger guy?
Yeah. Yeah. Hamburger
Five
help.
Guys?
Yeah. 5 Guys. Yeah. I'm actually gonna get some.
They're really famous.
Yeah, they are.
They brought burgers
They're big
and
guys.
fries.
Did you have to get dropped off at home again, Gabe?
Yeah. Logan. I don't know. You guys know Logan. He's not. He was at
Skylar's-
New Way a lot.
Skylar's-
I loved his run.
No, not no.
Oh,
no.
the one with the hair.
He's not a comedian. He just like plays pool there.
Oh, okay.
Him.
Where is there?
New Way.
New Way.
New
okay.
Way. Yeah. He gave me a ride home.
Idea who that-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Shout out
Yeah,
Logan.
you were a New England.
I was at
Yeah.
New Way last night. Yeah.
Logan. Ring a bell.
Logan. Wolverine.
The
maybe.
movie, yeah.
No,
X-Men
no,
movie.
that's not it.
Oh,
Something
okay.
else.
Well, that's
Anyway,
good.
it
I'm
doesn't
glad
matter.
you got home safely.
I got home safely.
God, you know how I worry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I got to stop drinking and driving. Shout out drinking.
No,
and driving.
no, you should
Yeah,
just
should
do it better.
yeah,
Just do it better.
Better, safe.
Shout out drinking and driving.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because Gabe, you were pretty torn up last night, so I just wanted to.
Pretty.
make
I
sure
was
you made
pretty.
it home
Yeah,
safely.
yeah. We ate mushrooms and watched Blade Runner, so that was cool.
more mushrooms.
Yeah, more mushrooms.
Wait,
We ate
did you
the-
eat mushrooms and then drink?
After I drank, I ate mushrooms. Yeah.
Because when I was your age, those two would sort of neutralize each other.
Yeah, they kinda
you had
balance
to
it
do
out.
one or the other.
I was sober after I ate the
Okay.
mushrooms.
Do
Yeah, it sobered me. Not really that.
Yeah, when I drank on mushrooms, I just felt nauseous. I was just like, I shouldn't do this. This is poison.
Yeah. I don't really I like I don't mind the flavor of mushrooms. Not bad. Fine, I guess.
Especially
mind
the
it
part
either.
that they
Yeah.
pluck right off the cow shit.
Yeah.
That's
That's the
tasty
best
part.
part. The end. Yeah.
I
Like,
was
like
asked
becoming
for those.
one
yeah,
with
yeah.
I always ask.
Was
Yeah,
that your
like when
first
you
time
lick
seeing
off a
Blade
candle.
Runner?
What?
Was that your first time seeing Blade
That
Runner?
was my first time seeing Blade Runner. Yeah.
Blade Runner is
Yeah.
boring as shit.
It's boring as fuck. I couldn't
It
even.
is
pay
not a good
attention.
movie.
One
No,
of those
it's-
movies that
it's
has not aged.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
It's
makes
so
no
bad.
sense.
There's like a
Yeah.
20-minute scene where he's just zooming in on a picture.
Yeah.
But does it look cool?
No,
I guess it looks.
He's just like zoom in.
Yeah.
Move to the left.
Yeah.
Move to the left more. Zoom
very-
in more.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're setting up
Yeah.
a podcast.
It's such a
Yeah.
It's
Well, it's
so
not that
fucking
boring.
Yeah, that's
but
pretty boring.
Still,
But it was like the biggest deal when it came out because it was like a. I mean, I understand.
I feel like they're just trying to
for, like,
cash
the-
in on like the Star Wars type sci-fi hype with Harrison Ford. I don't know. It just seemed like.
didn't it come out before Star Wars?
Did it come out before Star
because
Wars? No, it came out
Harrison
after.
Ford was unknown before.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Harrison Ford was literally like a grip on like the.
He was a
the-
carpenter.
He was a carpenter.
Yeah.
When he
yeah.
did Star Wars, he took
Yeah.
a pay cut
Yeah.
because he was like a good carpenter. And he's like, $2,000 a week.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I thought he was an archaeologist.
You're a liar.
Yeah.
And I've had it with your lies and your games.
Yeah.
No, don't wait. Let me.
I don't know. They probably go through.
An archaeologist.
You're just not good at that.
Oh, I got it. I
you got it.
just was getting my my stuff first.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then
right.
now I'm now giving you creds.
It belongs in a museum, right?
Yes. I mean, he belongs in a museum.
Hey.
There you go.
There it is.
Heyo.
I'm sitting interactive exhibit.
No, but it's actually based on a book, and I tried to listen to the audiobook, and it's even more boring.
Really?
Than the movie.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
Runner?
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing? All these legendary movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You ever
called.
seen Bonnie and Clyde?
No.
Not a great movie, but it was
Really?
a career maker for Warren Beatty, and
Really?
Faye Dunaway, and the director. Huge. You sit and watch it. It's like,
Yeah. I liked the Bonnie and Clyde movie where it was about the guys trying to that like got him, that like found him and like shot their car to shit.
that
I
was
think
a
it's
good movie.
Woody Allen and somebody and another guy.
Woody
It was
Allen.
probably Woody Allen.
Woody
Wasn't
Harrelson.
doesn't
Woody.
It was Woody Harrelson.
Wasn't Woody Harrelson.
Woody
There's-
Allen is a
there's-
very
They're
different.
so similar.
Yeah.
I get them mixed up a lot too. It was him and I think the guy from Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, yeah.
Yeah. Kevin
Kevin
Costner.
Costner.
Yeah,
That was a good
Costner.
film.
That was good. That was a great movie.
Roadman or
I
something,
think, yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
That was a good film.
Did you ever meet Woody Allen?
No, I met Marshall Brickman though.
Mm.
He used to come to SNL tapings, and I would always
Okay.
say he's important. Let him go up.
Okay. Who is that?
Oh, he co-wrote a lot of Woody's movies.
Okay.
They both have phallic names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woody and
Yeah.
Brickman.
Brickman, yeah.
Bricked up.
That's why they work.
I thought you meant
that's why they
Marshall.
work
Okay.
together.
Okay, I'm trying to keep up.
I got myself a Marshall. I don't know. Marshall's
So you
like-
never got to meet Soon Yi?
I'm not really supposed to comment on that. No, I don't remember Woody ever coming around. I don't think he ever did.
What about Yoko Ono? What are
Ano.
Yoko Ono.
Yes, that's
enemy of the show.
She's an enemy, apparently.
You mean apparently? It's your handwriting.
It's not my handwriting. Kate wrote it.
I know it's actually good.
really?
That was closest.
Is that an SNL party?
It was at Ferguson.
Craig Ferguson. You wrote for Craig Ferguson? Okay.
Damn.
Didn't they have those riots?
I'm sorry?
Didn't Ferguson have those riots? All those years ago?
Riots?
What?
Yeah.
You mean Ferguson, Missouri?
All right.
Yeah.
Good
that was
one.
the joke I was going
There
for.
we
That was
go.
lightning fast.
Yeah.
Nice job.
That's all I'm good for. Fast,
and
but not good.
So you're still drinking. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
I
yep,
had
yep.
I would never have guessed.
Yeah.
You were very close with was it Harvey Weinstein
This is very
as
good.
well?
Right. Yes. Good guy.
Let's try it.
I don't know if I'd say close.
yeah.
He stole a lot of that from me. That's what
Like nothing.
Oh, okay.
Harvey.
You showed him. The
I know
ropes?
somebody who
Slept with Harvey Weinstein?
I know a friend of mine said Harvey Weinstein jerked off into a potted plant in front of me.
Whoa.
And she was like, yeah, I met the guy.
So that's
What was
where
her
we
name? She was super
learned
cool.
from.
I met her at a radio station.
Didn't he have a weird penis or something? Is he still alive?
He's very sick. He's in prison. And oddly enough, he's come down with several life-threatening ailments as he appeals his dozens of convictions.
Yeah.
I think that's what
Oddly
happened.
enough.
Yeah. It's gangrene penis or something. Right?
Remember, that's what people do when they go to, like Bill Cosby. When all of a sudden he announced that he was blind and paralyzed. Aren't you the guy? Okay. Okay, Chet.
Where are all those girls?
Yeah.
Blind and paralyzed.
Which girls?
The women.
The ones that had the
he
pudding.
raped.
Yeah. The pudding. Yeah.
I worked on a show for Nickelodeon, and there was a young actress on the show who said to me, Bill Cosby wants to meet me in a hotel to talk about my career.
Ooh.
And this was a long time
Big opportunity.
And I said to her, I wouldn't do that if I were you. This was like, he was still America's Dad.
Yeah.
There was no hint of any of that.
Mm-hmm.
And
There was no hint of that publicly.
publicly, no one knew this. No one knew, and I didn't know either. But it's just in general,
That seems like a bad
you're
idea.
really hot. You're 17. Don't go to hotel
17 is
rooms.
Crazy.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Don't go to hotel rooms
Yeah.
with like rich, famous people.
Yeah. Gross.
Although I did hear about Cosby that the guy who went on to produce his show used to be a flunky at the agency, and his job was to get Cosby 2 hookers every night when he was in Vegas. And they not only had to be hookers, they had to watch his set and comment. He was
That's
very
insane.
specific. They weren't just there for the rocking.
Did they have to be?
They had to converse about.
Yeah.
You know that bit you did about your grandma? I was thinking.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah. The love making
The other
commence.
stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
It's America's daddy.
Yeah. There you go.
America's
that-
daddy.
Is
That bit about
I
the
learned that
chocolate
word.
cake.
The what?
No, I don't know.
The chocolate
cake,
cake.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
I would have gone with pudding, but you're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But that was his big joke, wasn't it?
The chocolate cake thing.
chocolate cake?
Dad
See, I don't
is
remember
great.
now.
The chocolate cake for breakfast.
Yeah, Dad is great. He makes his chocolate cake.
I actually
Oh, yeah.
remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
It's got milk and eggs in
Cosby
it.
thing?
Yeah, it is a Cosby thing. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
I knew about the Jello.
Yeah.
Jello. Yeah.
Jello.
Well, Jello was more of a sponsor. I don't think he had. Any
But those
bits.
ads
Yeah.
were so good for his career because they were so charming and funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people, it's like, oh, he sold out. But those ads really helped his career.
Yeah.
Typically, they do.
But sometimes, when it's something,
Like when you see actors.
sometimes ads are not helpful.
Yeah.
I think because it makes you just look like a sellout.
Yeah.
But those
Yeah.
ads were so fun to watch that it probably bumped his price.
See, I was just thinking of the financial benefit.
Yeah, the financial.
Oh no,
benefit
I
for
meant
sure.
it's like another
Yeah,
word.
like career and reputation.
Yeah.
Like Taylor Swift could do an ad for
Capital One.
anything, any product,
Fleshlights.
and they would.
Fleshlights.
But her price would go down because they're like, oh, she does commercials now.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
perception.
Yeah.
Would go down.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't want to. Generally, you don't want to do that unless you have to.
Yeah.
So she only does subliminal ads for the NFL.
Yes. There we go. Boom.
And haunts my dreams. Those are
Yeah.
the only two things
She's
she's ever
terrifying.
agreed.
Oh, she doesn't haunt mine. That's all.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's a haunting.
You killed her. Oh,
Yes,
I see. You're
yeah,
implying something of completely different nature.
Yeah.
Something of erotic nature.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
Come on, Matt.
She nourishes
Back me up.
me.
Don't tell.
She nourishes you.
She feeds me Bill Cosby's
Yeah.
Jello.
There you go. You're done. You're done. You're cut off.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Yeah,
cut
I
off.
know, really.
Don't tell. Fill in the blank about that.
There you go. Yeah.
He's the forgetful improv guy.
Yeah.
Remember so and so? No, we don't.
No, I was talking about Gabe's sister.
Oh, God
damn it.
Fill in the
that
blank.
one.
Yeah.
She's
Just
kind
say
of a,
Gabe's sister.
she's straight or
I think so.
She's a fake bisexual.
Yeah.
She's a fake bisexual.
Is all
They
women
all are nowadays,
Yeah.
dude. Every single one of them.
She kisses girls, but she doesn't intercourse with them.
Yes.
That's par for the course.
Yeah.
Part for the intercourse.
There you go.
Getting warmed up, dude.
There you go.
God.
keep up with.
Have you guys experimented yet?
Okay, all right. Well,
You can cut that.
With bisexuality.
thanks, guys.
Oh, I thought you meant like scientific test tubes.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. We did the volcano experiment.
Yes.
Wait, you have a meth lab,
baking
bro.
soda? Yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
but
so
I mean,
what were the results of your research?
Yeah.
it turned
Were
out.
the studies conclusive in any way?
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
the
what's even
scientific
the point
method of my
that
sister's
experiment? All right. The volcano
It's
experiment.
just something to do with little kids. You know.
Yeah, I
It
know,
looks
but
cool.
I know, but whenever people do that at like a science fair or something, it's like, what are you trying to?
It's something that kids go, wow, science is fun, I guess.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's better than that, let's see, grow a potato in a jar.
Yeah, that's boring.
The volcano
Takes
is
too long.
more of a crowd.
Yeah.
Instant
Yeah.
reaction.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And
See you in
then,
6 weeks.
Then everyone does the volcano. It's just a hack.
It's a hack bit, yeah.
Yeah.
You got him,
Grade
dude.
school science teacher.
Got him,
What
dude.
a hack.
Yeah.
Now it's all about Mentos and Coke.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
my God.
Egg drop experiment. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did you ever try and write for Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Ooh. It's too highbrow for him.
would-
Yeah.
Was he fucking those kids?
Maybe. I mean, I think that's what caused global warming.
Douchebag.
Yeah, I'm not a
He's
fan.
not even a scientist. He's seriously, his degree was like mechanical engineering or something.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
The fuck does he know then? That's what pisses me off about Neil deGrasse Tyson. Fuck you. He'll
not an enemy of the pod.
answer I feel like he's only
full of
qualified.
shit, that
Yeah.
guy.
He should answer questions about astronomy and that's it. Like what does he answer?
Qualified.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah.
qualified to
Yeah.
speak on the shape of the earth.
No, he's not. Fucking dumbass. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
What are we doing, Joseph?
This is the enemies
Filling out the
list.
enemy
Tyson?
list.
Enemy of the list.
Yeah, Neil
that's what
deGrasse
that is?
Tyson.
Oh, I'm sitting there reading it,
Yeah.
not knowing what it meant.
Yeah.
Should we put
Enemies
Conan
of
on
the
it?
P Boiz. No, I'm a fan of Conan.
Yeah,
I'd have
who's,
someone.
Nah.
who's the worst person that you've ever interacted
Yeah, who
with
should we
in
put on
show
that enemy
business, and we'll add him to
Jimmy
the
Kimmel?
Joseph
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
All right, he's.
I think I've heard you tell this story before, but do you?
I was hanging out at the Laugh Factory with Wayne Cotter, who's a wonderful comedian, and Gallagher was there, and Wayne is like the sweetest, most gentle soul, and every word out of Gallagher's mouth was like, "I want to fight you."
The fuck?
Like everything he said,
Yeah.
I thought this prick.
Yeah.
He's a millionaire. He smashes watermelons. He can't even be pleasant.
Yeah.
So he was probably the worst.
We're talking about Hacky.
Damn.
Yeah, I learned from you that he has a brother named Gallagher too.
He sold his act to his brother
Yeah.
and retired.
Huh.
The fuck?
And he went out on stage as Gallagher too, and continued to make lots of money.
What about Carrot Top? He's fun, right?
Carrot Top, I hung
Yeah.
out with Carrot Top.
Really? Okay.
I have a
Yeah.
picture of him on
Yeah.
my phone.
Oh shit.
And I'd be like, "Hey, Carrot." He goes, "No, my name's Scott." And I'd be like, "No,
Yeah, it's
you're
Carrot.
Carrot Top.
Carrot
Don't
Top.
give me that
Yeah,
Scott
yeah,
shit.
no,
Don't get up in here.
Yeah.
Carrot Scott.
You're the
Yeah.
Carrot
Yeah.
Top." But now he's a
Yeah.
bodybuilder and he wears
Yeah.
Yeah.
mascara.
Yeah.
But he was the number one earning college comic for years.
Really?
He
I get him
Made
and
a
Rocky
lot of
Dennis
money.
mixed up.
sorry,
I get Carrot Top and Rocky Dennis mixed up. I don't know.
Rocky Dennis.
Rocky Dennis, that movie about that dude with the fucked up face or whatever, you know, or like the tumor face.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
That movie was called Mask.
Mask, yeah,
That was
yeah.
the title of it.
Oh,
It wasn't called The Rocky Kid.
The Rocky Kid.
It wasn't called He Looks Like Carrot Top.
That's not That's not the
You know,
movie Rocky.
words
Yeah, it's not
matter.
Rocky.
Not to be confused with the mask.
The mask. Oh yeah, the mask
Isn't that
with
what-
Jim Carrey.
The mask.
Oh, but Mask.
Yeah.
Versus
yeah.
The Mask.
Yeah.
Wait, tell your Carrot Top story.
Oh.
Just that he was cool at the show.
Yeah. Okay.
Was there any other story?
Is his penis a carrot? There we go.
Did he grow
I guess
underground?
that was it. But
Okay.
I do have a picture of him, which
It's a root.
I will flash at times.
Mm.
It's the standard dressing room picture.
Yeah.
And this guy points at you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even then, they were doing that.
Yeah.
What's your best story that you've never told before?
What's
What's your deepest,
best
darkest
story?
secret?
Yeah, that's
Ned?
what I want to know.
Ned.
I've told them all.
Have you?
I think,
actually?
I've told them all.
It's the life of
All
vulnerable.
right. Well, then
Oh,
I guess
used to
that's
do
it for
coke
that.
Yeah.
at the shows, and I went to the Letterman. I don't think I've told this one. And there was a guy named Biff Henderson who was the stagehand, and he was legendary, just the greatest. Everyone loved Biff. And I went to the rap party, and I had done so much blow, I was getting a nosebleed. And Biff was chatting. It was like a chance to actually hang out with Biff, and I just had to go and take care of my nosebleed, and I felt so bad.
Damn.
Like my one
Yeah.
chance to hang out with Biff.
Got a nosebleed.
Bummer.
And
So I switched to heroin.
Okay.
There you go. That's cool.
Just in the long,
Yeah.
you're better
Yeah.
off, fellas.
This was on Letterman?
When I was a Page.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you haven't always been a Ned? You were named Page at one point?
Give me that pen.
It's Ned Basmati.
Fuck.
You can have the gun.
God, I can't remember your name. I read your name. I know your name.
My name is Gallagher.
Gallagher, yeah.
Gallagher
yeah.
3. He's Gallagher 3.
Bringing it back.
Boom.
Oh, that's great.
Trifecta.
Yeah.
If he had called himself Gallagher 2, the Deuce.
Yeah, the deuce. Yeah. Yeah.
Little grace note at the end.
What about Dice?
Andrew Dice.
I don't think I ever even met him, but I knew people that knew him. They're like, you don't understand. His name is Andrew.
Yeah.
He's a Jewish kid from Bay Ridge.
His name's like
And he's
Andrew
actually a
Silverstein
very
or something
good
like that.
actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing he did
The
was
Dice
that
Man
thing.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's actually a legit trained dramatic actor
Okay.
who could have done that.
Yeah.
But then he stumbled on that gold mine, you know.
Yeah.
His whole family worked for him. His dad sold T-shirts. His I don't know.
Yeah. So.
No, she
Blue Guys
tickets.
Yeah.
So it was like
Yeah.
a family business.
Yeah.
And while it lasted, it
He still does. He does these like TikToks where he walks up to people and he's like, "You wanted a picture? You want a picture with the face?" And they're just
like,
so
"What?"
confused. And they're like, "Who the fuck?"
and now he still has a cigarette, but he doesn't light it.
Yeah.
He's been defanged.
Yeah.
You know.
Poor guy.
But
I saw him
he
on.
used to sell out the garden. I mean,
Yeah,
Shit. Can't argue with that.
I saw him on Kill Tony a couple months ago, and I was like, "This is so bad." It just.
I
wasn't
watched
funny.
Kill Tony yesterday for the first time.
Really?
Really.
No, not a fan.
It's tough.
Enemy of the show. Actually,
Shane
Lemon-
was amazing.
Yeah.
The rest of the show was completely worthless.
Yeah. It's
And I've been
tough,
told
that show.
that's the show.
that's the
Yeah.
mecca for.
Was it
comedy.
a-
is that is the gateway.
Yeah.
Gabe, put Kill Tony on the enemy
Was
list.
it a recent episode?
It was whatever one that's on Netflix right now. It just
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and then I searched and found the Jacob Barr one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
But again, I'm like,
It's rough,
See,
especially when people are bombing on there. It's
There's a
tough.
lot of shit.
dude.
That's what's
a lot
fun.
of
Though.
shit.
In my opinion, that
you like
show.
the bombing.
Bombing hurts
Well,
me.
But then I thought they would roast the bombers, and they
Yeah.
didn't roast them all that well in my
Yeah,
opinion.
no.
Yeah.
But recently, he's just really fucking mean. He's
Yeah.
mean before funny, and like
Yeah.
with roasting, you got to be funny first.
Yeah.
Well, Lemon Tech,
Yeah.
you have beef with him now.
Yeah.
No.
Are you two still feuding?
Yeah,
You and
yeah.
Tony?
You and Tony
you just
Hinchcliffe.
started-
I read about this in the trades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just posted a Instagram reel about him like stealing. Well, he didn't. It was parallel thinking, but I'm making the joke that he stole a joke from like someone that was on Kill Tony. Mm-hmm. Do you hear about the Puerto Rico joke that he did at the
convention?
Yeah, someone did a joke like that about Florida.
Yeah.
At
Interesting.
on the show, and I was just like, he's a joke. He put him with Carlos Mencia, man.
Yeah.
But that clip like blew up.
Yeah, it's.
Did it
I
actually?
haven't checked it in a while, but it was 40K views.
God damn,
over
dude.
1,000 likes.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, you're talking to a big shot now.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm capitalizing
Yeah.
off other people's material.
Kill Tony.
I'm talking to me. There's the show right
He's an
there.
enemy
No,
of the
but-
pod now.
Just to defend Kill Tony, I think it used to be better.
Yeah.
It used to be.
Probably, yeah.
It just progressed after it blew up. Tony got like a big ego, and he's just. It shows. I guess he's like still nice to fans. I don't know how he is like as a person, but his
Yeah.
on-stage persona, he's become kind of a dickhead.
I think that isn't that the idea though? Isn't he trying to be like a heel, like WWE?
Yeah, but it used to be funny.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, oh.
You know where the show
Trying to be
is?
Simon from
the
Far
American
across the
Idol.
street. That's the show I would watch. The
Like,
guys waiting.
oh,
to get
everybody's
in.
signing
Yeah,
up.
no,
yeah.
there's
I
someone
would
that actually.
rather watch that.
Yeah.
There's someone that actually does like. He covers all that. He does like.
No,
little
Yeah.
when I
interviews
was
and
there,
stuff.
they told us we weren't allowed to film inside of the bar.
Interesting. Weird. But maybe he has
That
like a
guy-
thing
somebody
with
should,
Kill
though.
Tony.
Yeah, maybe.
Those are the stories I want to hear.
Yeah.
There was one guy that was doing it. I don't know if they
Yeah.
stopped him or if he just has like a pass, but
I'm sure that Tony owns that and doesn't want anyone taking it from him. But I'm just saying, I bet that's more entertaining on a lot of nights. To be there.
yeah. No, it's just a clusterfuck of comics that are like trying to hit their big shot.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
when I was
I
there,
heard there's like a couple hundred.
Yeah, it's like 200.
300, 400 people.
Yeah. Damn.
So what was your experience like there, John?
Let's interview
Yeah.
me for the
Yeah.
Let's turn the interview on me. Because this podcast is just turning into a Kill Tony hate podcast. We get a lot of comments about how much we hate on Kill Tony.
Actually, kill Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill him.
No, so I was hanging out with friend of the show, Jason Vest, and
Is that his name?
That's his legal name
That's
now.
his name.
Vest? Okay. All right. Yeah.
no, that's actually his name, Jason Vest.
Jason Vest.
Yeah.
What did you hang out with?
Jason.
I used to know Ronnie Rohrbeck.
I was hanging out with Ronnie,
Yeah.
Jason.
No, I used to know Ronnie Rohrbeck.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
he used to know.
keeping with
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
theme.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yes, I got it. Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
Jason Vest.
So Jason Vest, he brought up, like immediately, as soon as I saw him, he brought up how we were talking shit about Uncle Laser on the podcast. So Uncle Laser is a character on Kill Tony who's a regular like comedian they have come on there.
Okay.
And we were talking shit and saying he's not funny and he shouldn't be headlining House of Comedy. And Jason saw that clip.
Except for that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good name.
Yeah.
And
So
he
Jason saw the clip. and-
Jason saw the clip and said that we shouldn't be talking shit about Uncle Laser and that he's been doing it a lot longer than us and he probably has better material than us. Whatever. And then I said, I don't care, dude. I'll talk shit to Uncle Laser's face. And then,
Jesus Christ.
You'd had a couple.
yeah.
You know who the fuck you're talking to?
And
I
then-
knew a guy who met you once, so fuck off.
Yeah.
And then when we're all waiting for Kill Tony, Uncle Laser was there at the place that we were all waiting. And
Friend of the pod, Uncle Laser.
friend of the pod, Uncle Laser. And then I was like, obviously, I'm not going to go tell him to his face. I don't think he's funny.
It's crazy.
We're in a bar,
Yeah.
talking shit.
But
Yeah.
everyone was like, he never comes to hang out with the comedians. Like, it must be a special night if he's coming to hang out with us. And but I didn't talk to everybody. Was like lining up to fucking talk to the guy and kiss his ass. But I stood on my morals and I'm like, I'm not gonna go talk to this guy just because.
But just so it was a coincidence, he didn't hear about you.
No, he didn't hear about it.
He didn't come after
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I heard that.
He's going to
name,
shoot him with
guys.
his
Yeah.
laser. Okay.
So yeah, I stood my ground. I didn't
Good
talk to
one.
Uncle
Good
Laser.
one.
I didn't
Good
kiss
for
his
you.
ass, but I also didn't talk shit to his face because I think he would actually like beat the shit out of me if I like.
Oh, he'd probably just
Yeah, I
tell you
mean,
to fuck off.
yeah.
He would probably.
he's pretty
he would probably
coked up.
laugh. Oh, he was coked.
From what I've heard, he gets wet, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gets sticky, wet and sticky. I don't know. Like,
No shit, I get it.
I don't know.
Liquid.
But yeah, I don't think we should be Kill
Yeah.
Tony haters because friend of the show, Sam, Mr. Talent, sir.
Yes.
He's cool with Tony. You know, we
I was
want him
hoping
back on.
I was hoping that I could get on Kill Tony and then I would tell him we had Sam Tallent on the podcast. Like
Does Kill Tony see this?
Yeah, he'll see
Yeah.
this.
he'll
Yeah,
watch.
he'll watch
tune
this
in.
for sure.
After Lemon
Tony's
Sack's clip was
obsessed with
viral.
us.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's find out where
he's
your
ducking
clip's
me,
at,
man.
Lemon.
yeah.
Someone fucking commented and like tagged Tony because like in the description I put like, Tony, if you get Venmo me $12.50, I'll take this down.
You should Venmo him $75 because then it'll be like that.
Someone
Norm
just
joke.
like, Tony, pay this man. Tony.
Did he pay you?
He did.
No, he's ignoring it.
What a
Oh, you're just
deadbeat.
letting it ride.
Yes, that's right. Let's see how big this gets.
Yeah, I'm gonna ruin his career.
Let's see. 18 likes.
Whoa.
Coming up in the world.
How many views?
Okay.
Whoa.
Views.
Is it
Big
50 yet?
things.
Let me see.
I was really impressed with
55,000 views.
He's great.
55? Okay.
He's really good.
Yeah.
all straight through.
Yeah.
money.
The
Start to
joke
finish.
is
Yeah.
hack and been
Ridiculous.
done a few different
Yeah.
times.
He's on fire.
He's blowing
Is a
up.
peninsula and island.
I mean, he
There's more
deserves-
comments.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Typical
He's great.
homosexual, LMAO.
Fantastic.
Dude sucked before he started stealing jokes.
Oh my god.
Jeez, dude.
The funniest joke Tony ever told was when he defended.
Damn, a
he
lot
was
of people
straight.
hate Kill Tony.
Oh my god, there's so many more comments.
This guy
now.
tagged Kill Tony, Carlos Mencia, Red Band.
If anyone's gonna see it, it'll be Red Band.
Yeah, people tagging YMH Studio. Pay this man the $12.50. Meh, not the same. How many years ago did that air?
See
Is
my
that Danny
response?
Brown? LOL.
Yeah.
Is that Danny Brown? I guess. Was he on that episode?
This is my favorite.
Yeah, it was,
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is a great part.
Right.
This is
Reading-
good
reading
podcasting.
comments of
this is great
my
podcasting.
Instagram
I
reel.
love this.
Yeah, did the guy
Comments.
who
It's great television.
Yeah.
did the
Yeah.
guy who from the joke, did he ever
People playing
respond?
cards.
Yeah.
Don't get out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch.
Did the guy who the joke was from, did he ever respond to it?
No, he He did watch my story though. Like I saw his name.
Did you tag him in it or something?
Yeah, I tagged him in a comment. I was like, "Did you call the police on this man?"
Yeah.
And he watched your story?
Yeah.
Did he reach out
He
to
watched
you?
all of them. He didn't just like accidentally click on my thing. He was curious.
We should get him on the pod.
Yeah.
He knows I'm on Sam Tallent show tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
What?
Oh yeah, I'm on Sam Tallent show tomorrow.
Nice, dude.
Doing
Oh, sorry.
Stand there.
wonderful.
I'm gonna be setting up the mic
Setting up
stand
the
for
chair.
him, making sure it's the right height.
Sam does this or something.
Yeah.
You're on his comedy show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Do you know about his show?
I don't know about his show, but I saw him there once, and I'm like, this is the best comic I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah,
He's great.
he is
phenomenal.
a real.
He's really
He's so
good.
fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yep,
He's great.
So I'm
He's
Happy
so
for you.
large.
Yeah, you should.
great. I should
So
go down
big.
there because he
Yeah.
he
Go there.
lives here now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's-
in Michigan now.
I should
yeah.
spend more time down there.
Yeah.
You could for sure get on that show.
He would
Everyone-
You would
Definitely.
get on
Sure.
that show, yeah.
He would
Which
definitely.
show are you talking about?
It's a
He
Sam
has a
Tallent
stand-up
show.
show.
It's like a regular.
Why would I get on?
Because you're
funny.
a great comic.
Good at
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't setting that up. I mean,
Yeah.
is it? You have to talk to him. And
You have to talk
Yeah,
to
you
him.
kind of got to ask him.
Johanna books it,
I've
but
never
with
even
Sam.
talked to her.
Yeah.
but Sam also, like if he doesn't pick people, then she books it.
Yeah.
As far as my understanding goes. But like Matt, they both asked Sam if they could do it, and he said yeah.
Yeah.
For the record, I didn't ask him to be on the show. I asked him to put in a good word for me at the club, and he said, "You just want to do my show?"
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Don't get mad at me.
It's
Yeah.
what night? Thursday?
It's
Tomorrow.
Wednesday. It's not every
Wednesdays.
Wednesday, but it's
Yeah.
always on a
Guys,
Wednesday.
thanks a lot. I'd love to be on his.
Yeah. Yeah. You could definitely
Yeah.
definitely talk.
Well,
to
no,
him.
you're not going to be on the show.
No, I mean in the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
If he can help me buy a ticket, then he's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll send you the link.
No,
I bought the book, and then I never.
Yeah.
It's a really good.
Yeah.
I am
I was listening to the
very
audio
getting
book.
hungry.
I don't know if I would have even
might-
wanted
I
it as
might-
an audio.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway,
narrated
I
by
might
a bunch
head
of
out.
comics.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is actually what threw me off.
You just
be
have to
good.
take a shit.
It's like
I
Bert
would rather
Kreischer
just
did.
read the book.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm bad at
You
reading.
come with me.
Never learned how.
As Gabe has to take a shit.
I do have to take a shit.
letting
So, because I'm gonna.
You mean more than you've been doing?
Yeah, more
You
than
mean an actual
Yeah,
shit?
yeah, like a real shit. Yeah.
Or a bowel
Wait, are you
movement?
Yeah, a bowel movement.
Are you just
Yeah.
going to the bathroom or are you leaving?
I'll come back. I'll come back.
Okay.
Ned's just been going in his
Yes,
defense.
diaper. Yeah.
Do you want to spare one? I'm sure it's
I've
not.
been taking care of that all along.
We can smell it.
Oh, Gabe. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Really bad.
Get out of here.
Oh my god.
Did you
Son
get?
of a
Did you
bitch.
get all that?
Yeah, we
Put
got
a lock of this thing. so
Something
you can
tells me
let
he could do it
yourself back
again.
in. Right.
Yeah, so you should if he comes to the show tomorrow, you should ask him if he could do it.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you.
Yeah, good.
I would.
Do we want him back after he
No,
just
I don't
farted
think
and
so.
ran?
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Lemon Tech, are you ready? Are you doing 5 minutes or 10 minutes?
5. I'm gonna ask if I can do 7. Because I think he was gonna let me do 10, and then I was just like, I've only been doing it for like a little over a year.
Yeah, you
and he's
fucked
like,
yourself
okay,
up
just
that
5. But
Better good 5 than an okay 10. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, exactly. But 7, I think I have.
7's a nice area.
Yeah, I think I have a good 7.
I think you do too. So
I could just like say I'm doing 5 and then just run the light for 2 minutes. I'm sure
do
they'll
that.
love that.
Yeah.
crowd work. Those are your friends. Just work those fuckers.
I wish I could.
It is the
I don't know,
best
I have been
crowd
getting
of like
better-
a show.
better
What
with
is
it.
your formula for crowd work? What's your approach to it?
Shit. I don't. I'm genuinely curious. I ask them questions, but I don't consider that a strong
sorry.
act at all.
Not a big crowd worker. Yeah.
Pardon?
It's not a yeah.
I
You're
mean,
more of a material
I've
guy.
had some experience. I've
Yeah.
had some good crowd work and some awful.
Okay.
But it's just practice, I think. I don't think there's any trick to it.
Okay.
Just the more you do it.
Sure. I've been trying to do more and more of that. I'm trying to
Trying to get
be
some
a
clips.
lot less reliant on my material. Specifically my notes, not even the material, just like looking down at the sheet, right? Just want to go more
Yep.
off the top of the head.
I try to. I think I've had the best luck with finding something before I went on. Something happened,
Yeah, notice something.
either the previous act or something in the like. I did a crumbly room and some guy threw up,
Oh.
and I got right on stage and said, "The restrooms are here. if you need to do a thing there, and if you have to throw up, it's right over there. And then I was off and running because everybody knew about it. No one had said anything.
All right.
So if you can find something organic that took place in the room,
Sure.
that's a good, like a first foothold.
Just to get us started.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they like that because I think part of the you know, the allure of stand-up is at least to pretend, make it seem like you're just going off the top of the dome.
That's what I always, whenever anyone asks me, I say, just imagine someone just wandered up on stage and started talking.
Yeah.
And they happen to be funny. It's not, don't think of it as being written or planned or any of that. And that's the great thing about crowd work.
Right.
Because it really is that.
And that's when the crowd gets,
That's-
especially if it's just like stale, you know, they're not doing anything. Once you pull them in like that,
No, it shakes everything up. It's pretty cool. Yep.
it's definitely, you have to at least have it as like a tool in your tool belt. For
Yeah, I want to get better at that. Like I'm just proud that when people say shit to me, I don't just go like, oh, nice.
Well, that's what we do in real life.
Yeah.
The other thing is if you pose something to them, well, obviously a question, but also while they're doing whatever they're going to do, you have a few seconds to think about it, you know, and sometimes it's better, you know, sometimes you can actually come up with something in 6 or 8 seconds as opposed to just cold.
Right.
And so that's why questions are a good idea because that makes them
Put the pressure on them.
well, and it gives you a little bit of a break.
Yeah, right.
And it gives you something to work with too.
Right.
Like if they say something ridiculous, like, oh, look what I found. And then, you know, that's how I think it works.
Can I practice really quick?
No.
All right, so pretend you're a crowd member. What's up, everybody? What are your thoughts on the geopolitical climate of Mexico?
Fucked up.
Build a wall.
Thank you.
I'm just here with my friends.
So,
Wow, that was genius.
Tables are weird, huh?
Can I speak to Sam?
Jay,
Yeah, I really need to talk.
call Jay Leno.
Yeah.
Say you got
Norm,
the next
I got
guy.
a great bit for you.
Oh, wait, you're dead.
All right.
Oh man.
For the record, that was the plan the whole time. Colin. That was a scripted bit.
All right. Whatever.
I do anti-crowd work.
What does that mean?
I do empty room work.
I do uncle crowd
You
work.
do a really good job of it.
Everybody?
Hey, I do uncle crowd work, right?
Oh.
He said he does anti crowd work. and stuff.
you do.
Oh.
Hey, dude.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Uncle Laser. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, I thought it was the Uncle Laser thing
How'd it
as
go?
well.
It went great. It went good.
Did you wash your
Did you
hands?
wash your hands?
Yes, I
Yeah.
washed my hands.
Just one of them.
Yeah, just the one hand.
Just the one he used to
Won't tell
wear.
you which one.
Scoop the poop. Yeah.
I thought you might do the.
Yeah. I was thinking about it.
Ned, you have like 3 different Instagrams. Do you know who's running those accounts?
I really don't. Brett Solferino set up one of them.
Okay.
But I don't. I don't know how it works.
Solferino set up a Instagram.
I think it's called
What?
Someone Show Ned How This Works
Yeah.
.org or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Well, what
I
was
don't-
the thinking behind that? Did he even talk to you about it, or you just found
No, he ran it by me. I said okay.
Okay.
Like,
Did-
but he felt like that I should have one.
Yeah.
But then I never
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah. Did
But I
Papa
need
Sean
to-
make you one?
He might have.
Okay.
He might very well have done that.
I think because I thought he made one of them, and then
I last time I was here was with him. Yeah.
yeah.
Do you use
See,
the
I remember
Facebooks?
stuff. The Facebook.
Yeah, you're very active on Facebook.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you always have like
Yeah.
a witty comment on people's posts.
Wow.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of your Facebook work.
Oh my gosh, that's what I do.
It's almost like you're a writer.
Yeah.
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 There it is. That's
the
the new
fun
age
part.
crowd work. That's where it's all going.
Facebook.
I just sometimes I think I should have an anonymous account
Yeah.
because some
Talk
stuff I
shit.
can't really.
Yeah.
But no, not so much gossip, although. But witticisms that would probably.
Get you canceled.
Yeah.
Are you actually?
Because I come up with a lot of those too. I'm like, I think I'll share this with some friends.
That Bill Maher writing.
Yeah.
a bit of that.
New rule. That's my Bill Maher impression.
There we go. That's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So did you write that N-word bit for him? Oh, or no?
No.
Well, where he said he's not a house N-word.
That was after I left.
Oh,
But I
dang
was
it.
Crying when he said it, so I think I get some credit.
You didn't like leave a post-it note like on the office wall, like house N-word. And
Dear
then,
N-word.
When you say you were crying, it was because you were so sad that he said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
If that's what you need to think.
Yeah.
Feel better.
Yeah.
And maybe stop drinking, then fine. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any words to for enemy of the show Johnny Mockney for his Bill Maher writing?
Enemy of
He's an enemy of the show. He's our arch nemesis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Enemy.
Add him to the list.
I don't know how to spell that.
All right.
Johnny hates him.
No, Johnny. He's been what is it called? Fake valor, saying that he's a writer for Bill Maher.
Stolen valor.
Stolen valor. Yeah.
Johnny claims that he wrote for Bill.
He claims that he wrote for Bill Maher. Yeah.
And he did not.
He did not.
How do you know he didn't?
He told me he didn't.
Oh.
But does he
All right,
actually
well,
claim
okay.
that?
Well, there you go.
I asked him, "Did you actually write for Bill Maher?" And he said no.
Johnny's funny.
Yeah, he is funny.
He is funny,
Johnny's
but
like-
he's an enemy of the
Johnny's
show.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he's an enemy.
Show?
He's an enemy of this show. Yeah.
Because he
'Cause
has a
he's-
rival Michigan podcast.
Yeah.
Chinese
add-
rocket
add
force.
Louis
You should have
to
been
it,
on that
too.
one instead of this one. Yeah.
Shitbag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
There
know.
can
Here's
only
the
be
thing,
one
though.
podcast in the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
It ain't big enough for two of them.
Nope.
What
No.
you're saying, Matt?
Not big enough for the two
ain't.
of.
You know what the worst part is?
Tell me.
They're actually really funny.
Yeah. It's terrible. It's a lot funnier than us.
Johnny and Lou. Is it Lou?
Lou.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Louis Michael.
I keep running into that guy.
Yeah. There we go. Boom.
Does he give you like Mark Norman vibes?
Kind of.
Like if Mark
a little
Norman
bit.
like
Yeah.
worked out a little bit?
I'm pretty sure he.
I can't remember if I know that.
Mark, he's a newer guy.
He's a newer comedian. He's kind of he's blown up. Not necessarily newer, but like, yeah.
That's my dad.
Oh, okay.
Wait, Louis reminds you of Mark Norman?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I saw him, I was like, this guy's just doing Mark Norman, but he's still funny.
He opened for Mark Norman, I think. Louis Michael.
Yeah, I don't
I
see
think he
that.
did. I think he opened for him. Yeah.
The haircut, the
Yeah.
beard, the mannerisms,
Yeah.
the cadence, the jokes word for word. Okay.
Yeah.
Louis is a little more energetic.
Oh, I want Five Guys now. Five Guys in my ass. That's what I meant. Yeah.
With fries.
Yes, with fries.
Well, we got 4 right here.
Yeah.
There you go. Let's get Malachi.
Where's
on the
Malachi?
Yeah, where's Mal when you need
He's
him?
in your basement. That's I already said.
Oh
that.
yeah, that's right.
God.
I keep running into Louis unexpectedly, like in Chicago and then
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
else.
I think he lives in Chicago now, right?
So-
Yeah, he moved out there.
Yeah. What shows did you do? You did the Laugh Factory in Chicago, right?
Yes, and Jason Vest got me that.
Oh really? Well,
Because he put me in touch with Steven Stringer, who runs it.
oh.
I don't know Jason. I mean, I said I don't want him,
Okay.
but that was
Vest.
nice of him.
Yeah.
Laugh Factory it's a beautiful place.
Hmm.
I've never seen it full or anything.
Really?
But if there was a full room, that would be. But I'm really glad I did it. I did
Yeah.
it 2 or 3 times.
I think it was full when Kramer was on there.
Heyo.
I can't remember his name.
Michael Richards.
Michael Richards. Well, he would sell out certain rooms.
That's literally where I know like that venue from.
Oh, that's funny.
Did you write that bit for him?
I inspired it.
How much?
No, did you watch? You guys all saw the clip?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
course.
I think he was.
Hundreds of times.
I was thinking. I jerk off to it. I was thinking. I think I know what he's doing. He's doing that improv thing where you just keep babbling and hope that something comes of it. Like I don't think he just got up that morning and decided to do that. I think he was
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
trying for a stream of consciousness kind of process, and
Yeah.
it just went horribly wrong.
Did you read his
If
book?
I say it enough
I
times.
haven't. Should I guess what the title is?
Yeah. Go ahead. I don't remember the title, so whatever it is, it's probably right.
Sign kick.
There you go.
No, they would have the N-word in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to keep it PG. We're a PG podcast.
It's family friendly.
Something about sticking a fork in someone's ass. That's what he said. He said, like 100 years ago, we'd have hung you upside down with a fork in your.
Why would you say such a thing?
Jeez.
Oh, he's quoting Michael Richards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
He's doing the bit.
I thought he was.
Yeah.
He's doing
No,
the
he
bit.
says stuff like this all the time. We're getting sick of it.
Anyways,
Realize he was
No,
quoting it.
no, I know.
I know you do. I know you do. Come on.
He knows his famous
I can't stay
racist.
mad at you.
He knows. His
I did a
famous
show- I
racist.
did-
Okay, that's enough.
All right.
I did a
sorry.
show at the Lincoln Lodge, and I finally got my $10 for it today, so it's pretty exciting.
Hell yeah.
Wild. I think I did I did something at Lincoln Lodge. Yeah, something. I went to a class there, but I think I also did a set there.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
It's a cool place. I'd never been there before. I didn't realize it was like a It was kind of like the indie. It was just like small rooms.
It's a complex.
that.
They
Okay.
have different kinds of shows, different kinds of activities.
Yeah.
there, but I liked it.
That actually sounds like a cool idea, a cool complex, if you will.
Hey. Yeah, next time. Well, have you ever been
Can't
to Chicago?
spell.
Everyone, what?
Have you ever been to Chicago?
No.
You should go to Chicago, and
Yeah,
I can
you
get
should.
you in touch with some of those people and
Do
do
you
a
guys
show.
do you ever use? I'm like plugging this now. Call before you haul.
Is that Bad Salva?
Maybe.
I've used a website called Bad Salva.
This is call before you haul. Every major city
Yeah.
has a call before you haul page, and it gives you a complete list of all.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought you were making-
Yeah.
gives you a complete list of all the mics,
Yeah.
time, date, address, location, phone number.
Oh yeah,
And you can set up a whole week's or however long you're going to be there.
yeah. I've
Just
seen
with that one
stuff
source.
like that.
It's really helpful.
Yeah, no. I
Very helpful.
was planning on going to Pittsburgh. I got
They'll have
like a spreadsheet like that. Michigan's got one
Yep.
too.
Mhm. But it's not even like
It's a website dedicated.
Ann
to-
Arbor. Detroit has one. Like different cities
Yeah.
have them.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Dallas has one. Seattle has one. Chicago has. There's 26 mics a week in that town.
God damn.
And
In
helps
Seattle?
in Chicago.
Oh, in Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, Cleveland has one. I mean,
Probably
every
more
city-
by now. Like there's just
The
not
last
even on
time
the
I
list.
was there,
Yeah.
I counted. It was.
Oh,
I
okay.
think it was literally 26 shows that are show ups.
Yeah.
Most
Shout out, call
Wow.
before you haul.
call before you haul. Which sounds like a moving company, so don't get confused. Haul, I guess he means like before you drive. You know the kids.
Hauler.
Yeah, I think you sent that to me before I went to New
I
York,
probably did.
and
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
because I have no
and I
trip. I just found it so helpful.
I went to a couple of the mics that were on that list. I went to one at the Tiny Cupboard. Did you go to that one? Mm-hmm. That was an absolute shithole. I regretted going to that place.
Well, yeah, it's a tiny
and I-
cupboard. You can't even
I feel
fit.
bad about that. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not blaming you, but I'm saying
you
that.
kinda
Did you go there?
I took a look at it and said, looks like a kitchen. Looks like somebody's.
It's like someone's apartment.
It's like a breakfast
literally.
nook,
It's
yeah.
it's literally just a room.
But then I went to other ones that were kick-ass.
Yeah.
There was
I
one
went to
in
the
Brooklyn.
comedy shop in Greenwich Village. That was a good
I
one.
don't remember that name.
Okay.
I went with Floyd
Oh yeah.
and
Friend of the show.
Skippy.
Mm.
It was fun as shit. We got in several sets.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. No, New York is great because you could like from like noon until midnight just do
can.
nonstop
Mics.
mics.
You can.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wild.
God damn.
Sometimes they charge.
Yeah, that's
New York
kind
and
of-
LA, sometimes
Yeah.
you're expected to give them $5 or something.
Yeah, the tiny cupboard one I had to pay $2, and then I was like, I paid $2 for this.
Yeah.
Aren't some of them like you make like a deposit kind of where it's like you put like $10 in just to like incentivize you to stick around, and then you get it back at the end?
I've never heard of that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I'd prefer that over just like pay $10 for a shot. It's like playing the lottery.
Well, it's not a shot. You get on the lineup,
Oh,
but it's just you have
You
to
just
pay.
don't- yeah.
To,
Yeah,
and then they pay you 20, right?
Yep. You
yep.
get- make
Yeah, I
double
made $20
back.
off of that
Yep.
show. That was
You guys are just fooling me now.
Yes.
no.
Where's
He's
my
talking
money?
his ass.
I had White Castle. There's a lot coming out of my ass.
There we go. All right, I think we've peaked this
Okay.
episode. Ned, do you want to plug anything?
Hungover.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Floyd Jones are doing a roast of Donald Trump
Nice.
at the Magic Bag May 13th.
Okay.
Who's gonna be Donald?
It's
About
all-
time somebody took some shots at him.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, he's just been
Baron?
riding
Gotta
out.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that should be fun.
Okay.
It's a Magic
How'd you guys get that?
I went on, somebody on Facebook said, "Hey, we want to do a roast of you know who," and so I. said,
He who
okay,
shall not
and
be
next thing I
named.
know, I'm talking to these people. So,
At the Magic Bag?
well, we didn't have a venue then, but they got it. She works with this feminine women's Democrats.
Skippy?
Okay.
Skippy?
Skippy?
I
Skippy?
don't know what that means.
Skippy.
Skippy. There we go. Peanut butter.
No. It was some person, some not comedian person.
Okay.
Oh.
So Dana Nessel might be there.
I don't know who that is.
She's a Attorney General of the state of Michigan. You'll be meeting her eventually because you're from.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah.
She's,
It's only a matter of time.
she's a big deal. So that's what I have to plug. May 13th.
May 13th.
Cool. Be there.
Do you want to plug anything?
He's him and Floyd, Suicide Pact.
Yeah, you
Thanks.
always want to plug.
Thanks for coming out to the Sam Tallent show.
Tomorrow.
Whenever, how many days in the past?
It was yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday is coming out Thursday. Thanks for coming out on.
Thanks for
Yesterday.
shattering the illusion.
Yeah.
This was a live show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, we don't have Leno money.
Maybe I can have heroes. Maybe.
You can have dreams. Taylor Swift might just haunt them. I don't know. Do you guys have plugs? I'll.
Gabe doesn't get
Any more
booked on
road trips
shows.
coming up?
Yeah. There'll be
Gabe,
a couple.
you need to do more shows, dude.
Yeah, I need to put myself out there more for
Oh wait,
sure.
you're on the Brain Jerk this weekend. Aren't
Yeah. Oh yeah, Brain Jerk, Monroe.
Oh, that's a fun place.
Yeah,
always have fun.
This Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tomorrow.
you? Tomorrow,
Come out.
go to Brain Jerk in Monroe, Michigan.
Oh yeah.
Technically, this comes out Thursday.
You're doing the time travel thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
That'd be a good place to do mushrooms in.
Yeah.
Place is trippy.
Yeah, that'd be insane. Matt, you're not plugging anything?
I'm gonna be taking a nap.
Nice. Plug that nap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be at Five Guys.
Live
Place.
stream.
Yeah,
Anyone wants to come check that out?
Yeah.
yeah.
Come on over.
How much time are you going to be doing?
8
Hopefully
hours.
like 8-9 hours.
3-4.
Yeah, come see Matt Yari's special
the news.
at Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle in 2 years.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
taping. Do you have a name yet?
The Matt Yari special.
All right.
All right.
We
Flat
decided
skull.
that he's making us. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's got to be something about flat Earth, in it,
Yeah.
and then you got to close on like a big flat Earth bit.
Yeah.
Already doing that.
Yeah.
That's fun. You be you, boo.
Okay, Lemon, do your plugs.
Boo.
Did you get a new
it's
phone case?
slang.
No.
What is
Oh,
that?
really?
It's a phone.
Phone.
That's a phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a new.
Dude,
Yeah.
they can be like TV
Yeah.
remotes now. They're come a
Yeah.
long way.
No, but is it a new
Yeah,
case?
but where's the
No.
where's
Can be
the
a remote.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the roundy part?
Yeah.
Finger holes.
Do you not normally have a case? Because I've never.
I have no idea what you're just now noticing. Oh, it might be greasy. I ate some pizza in my car.
I don't know,
This is
dude.
the crowd workout.
Yes. Yeah. This is good stuff.
That's why
right
you're so
here.
late. You were
Yeah.
eating pizza.
Really good.
I mean, I have a phone case. Should we talk about that? I don't.
No.
Did I hear
no.
South Line?
Wait, what?
South Line.
Oh, no, that's Malachi.
Yeah, it's Malachi. Yeah.
All right, Lemon, do your
Fuck
plugs.
him.
I'm North Line. April 19th, Eagles Club, Imlay City. Yeah. April 22nd, Chevy's in Toledo. All my
Don't-
Toledo babes.
Don't go.
April 26th, Canton Brew Works. May 3rd, fucking roasting in Wixom, and also a show that Luke Can's doing at some clothing shop. You're all gonna forget.
Okay.
All right, thank you, love
What?
it, bye.
Don't go.
Why didn't he tell
Don't
me
go to
about
any
that?
of that.
I don't think I have anything.
I wrote
All right.
one joke that he really likes, and he's like, "Dude, I
Oh, the
won't have this
roofie
show
joke?
if you don't do it."
The roofie joke?
Yeah.
What's the clothing shop?
I should probably plug the clothing shop. That might help. Luke Han.
Nice.
Former Vintage in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing 2 shows in that day.
That's a
Opening that
tiny
one, then
store.
I'm racing to Wixom. You been there?
Yeah,
Not terrible.
All right. Perfect for an intimate comedy show.
I guess. I might come to that. Oh, it's the same night as.
The Wixom roast.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, come to it and then let's go to Wixom.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah,
I'm up
dude.
for a spot.
Yeah, can you ask Lucan if I can do a spot?
I just found my.
You ask him. You have his number.
I don't have his number.
I'll give you his number.
All right.
Well, ask for consent.
No, it's okay. I
are
don't.
you
I don't
doing,
want to do
Chevy?
that spot.
April 22nd.
Fucker, I'm doing it the 29th.
Shit.
Shit. All right.
Are you? What do you?
Is that a wrap?
Are you?
I just found my credits, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. You can tell that. You can say them if you want.
Me and Jeff Teed are starting a mic.
Can you to the microphone.
Are starting a mic at Hearsay in Ann Arbor, which is a brewery and a performance space. Thursday nights, May 1st is the first one.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Also, April 26th, Canton's Got Class with Steve Rossi.
Gabe will be on that
Yeah. So we're doing that. It's going to
Lemon,
be
you're also
clean. I'm
gonna
going to be
be on
doing clean comedy.
You're gonna be
it.
clean.
No.
Oh,
He
okay.
thinks that I am, I guess. I don't know where he
Steve
got that
Rossi
idea.
thinks you're gonna be clean.
I don't know where he got that idea. He's like, I love your stand-up. You're clean, right? I was like, you've clearly never. You haven't
Steve
seen
Rossi
any of my
is
stuff.
doing a clean show.
Yeah.
He's not.
It's not real. Is it actually not
No,
happening?
the show is real, but
The show.
the
Steve
clean
Ross
show
is
is not a
real.
thing.
Okay.
I think he just met you once And he was just like, all right, you could be on the show.
He keeps calling me and I don't answer. I'm so sorry, Steve, but I just can't.
I think he was.
I love you.
So he's gonna.
I love you.
Ned. So yeah, I'll come to that mic maybe.
Please. Yeah, it's Thursday, so
2 weeks.
you could do it before or after the showcase, whenever they do their thing.
Oh yeah, I don't get on the showcase, so I'm gonna.
I only get on as a. I hosted this weekend though, but I usually only get on as a shortlister. Almost always. I almost never get.
Yeah, I've never gotten on. Wait, I have one more question. Actually, no. I'll ask you this off air. All right, that's been an episode of the P Boiz. Leave a comment.
Thank you.
Did you like this episode?
No.
Do you like when we don't all talk over each other?
Yes.
Because some people.
Or would
have
you
some problems
prefer that
with
we
that.
talk all at the same time?
Yeah, leave a comment down below. What do you prefer? And then we'll do whichever.
That's what we're gonna do.
Just one more, less Gabe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, just because you know how to.
We got to find the perfect
Less
Gabe to
Gabe,
Malachi
more
balance.
Gabe's sister. I think.
Yeah.
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 Can we get her on the pod? I've been dying to get her on the pod, dude.
Yeah.
She hates it
I know she hates it. She told me to my face.
because we
she
all
hates
talk
it.
over each other.
Yeah.
She's a tough cookie.
Yeah.
All right, big piece.
Wait, she's not real.
Thank you.
Kind of the #1 Metro Comedy Podcast. No big deal.